Okay, where are we? Where have we been? And more importantly, where are we going? Let's talk about it. Let's go. Welcome back, everyone. When I talk about where am I am not talking about where I am on the surface of the earth, but I will tell you that I am right now in Cobb's Cook Bay State Park in the northeastern corner of the United States. This was the topic of a video I did about a year ago, proclaiming that this was the best campground in North America, at least as far as I've seen. And I really wanted it to be a counterpoint to my KOA video, which is incredibly popular. I would much rather be in a campground like this. In that video, I intentionally did not say the name of it, but I did leave a bunch of hints as to the name of it. But not many people watch that video. I'll put a link to it up there. When I talk about where are we, where have we been, where are we going, I'm talking about sort of the status of the channel. Where has the channel been? Where is the channel going? So I want to talk about the state of the channel and what my plans are for the future, because I do have some changes brewing. There are going to be some changes. Yeah, let's start with where we came from. As I record this, the channel is at about 5,250 in terms of subscribers. 5,250 people have subscribed to the channel, keeping in mind that 80% of viewers are not subscribed, which is pretty normal for a YouTube channel. My goal for the year was to reach 7,100. I've been doubling subscribers just about every year for the past 3 years. And so 7,100 was the goal I set for myself, but I'm realizing it doesn't matter. The number of subscribers for me right now, at least where I am, doesn't really matter because what I want is engagement, and I've got really good engagement with people, which I'm super happy about. Okay, my goal for this channel always was to help people get outside. And the channel was originally envisioned as Life of an Outdoor Educator. That sort of got derailed by COVID initially, and then REI shutting down the branch of the REI Outdoor School that I worked for. And so it transformed there from those two things to just sort of becoming Outdoor Skills and Outdoor Adventures. I never intended for this channel to be completely kayaking, and that's sort of evidenced by when I released my book Go, which was before the channel. I had an online following under the name Paddling Otaku. If you're new here, otaku is a Japanese word that means a person with an obsessive interest. I had had a blog for a long time that was Paddling Otaku, and I really used that as a tool to write my first book, Enlightened Kayaking. Released my book Go, which was a trip planning book, was not kayaking specific, and it had an outline for a backpacking trip, a cycling trip, and a kayaking trip. Changed from Paddling Otaku to Adventure Otaku. I wanted it to be broader. Despite that, with COVID, it narrowed itself. This channel is probably 85% kayaking specific, and that has to change in the future. A big part of that is that kayaking is my first love. I really love sea kayaking. I really love the ease of adventure that comes with sea kayaking. That's not going away, but I want to broaden out the channel. The future of this channel has to be way more diverse. And when I say diverse, I'm talking about sort of every usage of that word. I've said a lot about kayaking in 5 years, and I spend a lot of time in the comments pointing people towards videos that have already been created. People will say, hey, you should do a video about X. And I say, hey, check out this video about the thing you just suggested, which I did 2 years ago or 3 years ago. That's not to say that I don't revisit topics. I certainly do. I update, I revise, I correct. Every year I do a forward stroke video. Every year I will do a forward stroke video. That's how important that is to me. But keeping in mind that if my goal is to help people get outdoors, there are a lot of people who have no desire, ability, or access to kayaks. And so I would like to broaden things out. This isn't going to become a backpacking channel. I did backpacking for a very long time. I think my days of really backpacking are behind me. I have no desire to put on a 30-pound backpack, and no, I'm also not going ultralight. Don't go down that road. I just don't have a great desire to be a full-time backpacker. I really love the beauty of kayaking in terms of I don't have to carry a big heavy pack, right? I also think that there are a lot of people doing backpacking videos. I think that that sort of corner of YouTube is very saturated, and so I think it would just be at this point white noise. This is also not going to become a fitness channel, even though that has become a much greater focus for me this year and will be ongoing. I'm not a fitness expert, though I work with fitness experts, but I think that that will be sliding into the content more often, as I think that it's something that speaks to and appeals to a lot of aging, adventurous Gen Xers, which is me, right? And I can speak to that group, though not as an expert, but I think I'll bring in experts to have that conversation with me. There are some things that are going on in the background that I haven't talked about yet. I'll make that stuff sort of publicly available via videos at the end of the summer, but those, at least those two things that I'm thinking of, should pretty dramatically sort of change the scope of this channel. What I think is going to happen is the channel is going to become much more rounded with much more diverse content and much more diverse adventures. That is my goal for the future. Which brings me to sort of the last part of this, which is you. As I said, I have about 5,250 subscribers as I shoot this, and I'm still gonna work towards that goal of 7,100, but as I said in the beginning, I'm realizing that that's just not that important. Hang on, I have to watch what I'm doing. But what is important is that core group. How wet is that? That's a little wet. That core group of followers that I've got. It's low tide. There is a core group of subscribers on this channel who genuinely care. Your thoughts, your input, your comments are all appreciated, and I value each and every one of them. Even if you're not a regular follower, I value that stuff. But tell me what you want to hear, because I think most of you are in my demographic, according to the analytics on YouTube. But tell me what you want to see. Tell me what you're interested in. And I just want to throw out there that I swear there is not a bad campsite in this place. You got to come here. Admittedly, it's in the middle of nowhere, but yeah. So that's where we are. That's where we've been. That's where I think we're going. And I hope that you are around for the ride. As I said, big changes coming towards, not big changes, big reveals coming towards the end of the summer. My trip for next summer will be revealed then. What I've been working on in my new house will be revealed then. And it should change things a bit. Okay, I'll see you outside.